Yo, yo. Hope you can hear me. Yo. What up? What up, what up? All right. Sound check, sound check. First things first. Should be the same settings last time. What's up, everybody? So, welcome. Back with some Wrenn and 6-rack. Wrenn 6-rack, just 6-rack, whatever you want to call it. We'll come up with a catchy name. We don't want to be too in love with the fact we have 6 racks. But yeah, so if you didn't see the stream last time, I did a good little basic deck tech. Definitely like a work in progress here. Lots of chances to improve, lots of things to work on here. But it's been fun so far. I guess first off, I want to address a few things. You know, something people generally say is, well, why not just play Jund? And yeah, Jund is a really strong deck. And I think it's different, much different. I think if you go from here and get to Jund, you're not thinking about 8-rack properly. Because 8-rack, you gotta have your smallpox and your Raven's Crime. And those don't go well in Jund. You know? The fact that Jund colors doesn't mean anything. So with this in mind, smallpox and Raven's Crime, you're probably not going to run a lot of creatures. So that allows you to enable Ensnaring Bridge, probably one of the most powerful cards in the format that's very underused because everyone has creatures. So we don't, so we can take advantage of that. The rest of these cards are a lot of flex right now. That's basically how I have it. These 15 over here. So we got a lot of testing to do. This Assassin's Trophy, maybe we should Abrupt Decay main board. Have Assassin's Trophy on the side. Having game against Tron, a little something else to hit a Tron land. It's pretty nice though. So while we get set up, if you guys have any questions or anything, good time. You know, we usually get started kind of slow. Trying to do some targeted testing today. So if you have MTGO meta deck, so let's pull up Goldfish real quick. And let me know if the sound's fucked up or something. That's part of the reason it takes a while. Sweet, turn the music down a little bit. I'm not even hearing it, it's just like copyright free stuff in the background. So hopefully that's a little better. But looking over at top decks on Goldfish, this is really a place you want to go to target the metagame, attack it. So Dredge, Hogak may get banned, may not, but we got to be able to beat it. If we're going to any tournament now, you better be able to beat Hogak. If you got a 30% win rate, 20% win rate versus a deck that's a large portion of the field, you're in trouble. Is it Phoenix, Eldrazi Tron, Jund, Humans? I factor all tribal under there. Back to Tron, Burn. Now this Grixis artifact is getting popular. So we got to start beating these decks. That's going to be key. So we're going to do some target testing until Shock shows up with the decks. I believe he's got Dredge and Burn. We're going to just hop in a league or hop in a room, see what happens. But yeah, my name on MTGO is Puff Trees, so you can just message me if you got a meta deck. Let's take the play. See how that happens. This would be a better hand for the draw, but we'll keep it. let them know we mean business with the opening Ravens. Probably not going to get too much value off this. Okay, looks like a blue-white control is my initial guess. Okay, so it's not. So definitely bolt the bird here. The one thing to do here is to make sure you Ravens cry him first. Because it's just information. If you bolt first, then he knows he doesn't have a bird, so when he goes to discard something. So he discarded a 2-mana play. He might have a 3-mana play he's holding on to, which now he can't do. So just simple stuff like that. That's obviously anyone who plays Magic a lot knows that, but figured I'd mention it. We have a wide variety of viewers. So we're just going to try to hit him with a Lily next turn and go from there. Draw a rack. That's the plan. So what I'm thinking about here is what I'm going to discard and what I'm discarding to Lily. Because he's obviously got creatures, so we want to hang on to the Fatal. Each land is not only a draw for me, but it's also a discard for him. The risk of dropping Fatal is you're relying on your Edict, and if he gets 2 creatures, you're in trouble. So we're going to keep the push, but this land is pretty valuable. Okay. So that's not doing much. It's just it's going to get 1 tick on Lily. So it's certainly good that we held the... So some blue-green snow list. Guessing he's got a good, reasonable finisher, or just a ton of value here. Well, if the fairy's bad, we're gonna need to draw that trophy. Making him go Helmet is probably where we want to be. So I think we have to just go with that. Trace the Ravens. Get rid of a Walker. Walker and land. Okay. So... much like 8-rack, as we are a rack deck, Teferi's a problem. That was a good move. Just getting back Oath and Nissa. So I don't know what the name of this archetype is, but as you can see, it's got snow and a lot of walker value, 4 color at least. So we'll try to hang on. Hell yeah. Shock. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for dropping in. I guess I could probably let you beat me down with Dredge. So figure out where the holes are. Burn and Dredge would probably be good to try to understand. Oh, Drowsytron also. God, you got a lot of decks. I guess we're gonna get rid of this clearing. We need to dig the card deeper. Oh, he's got Wrenn in 6. Ouch. Okay, so we have to get a discard here, or we're in trouble. Okay, land works. Okay, so we'll make him drop Wrenn in 6. I might have to edict this Feldar, because he's gonna go infinite if he draws a Healy, right? And he might want to bounce Lily soon. Yeah, I'm considering edicting here, because Feldar is obviously part of an infinite combo. If I don't edict, if I edict. Oh yeah, so give ourselves a punt there. Thanks, Neuraxis. Just thinking about the other Teferi. But either way, the 2 will be. I'm not going to be able to go up with this. So I think Edict is the right move. Keeping myself off 3 lands. I'm trying to think of what I would draw that would. Really, just Bridge and Lily are my only 3 mana cards. Well, you know, we're not in a great spot against the walkers, but we're hanging on. We got a rack down. He's in the top deck mode. 100% right now, actually. Make sure we give ourselves a punt. Try to recognize these at least as people are rewatching. Frank, what up, dude? Just chilling. Trying to take this 4-color snow. Okay, killed his own Teferi. He's definitely getting himself over. If we can dodge another Wrenn in 6, that would be really nice. Oh, he's got Saheeli. Okay, it's a good thing we killed the. Graham, what up? What up? We're about to do some testing with Shock. All right, just keep him hellbent. So everything we're doing here is just good old rack stuff. This is where we're gonna fall behind on value here, but. What up, Maury? Shouldn't he have created a token of one of these two? Would he still have gotten the land? I'm not sure. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining. Kind of just have a very rack hand going. It's the first game of the day. Kind of got behind the 8 ball against this Planeswalker list. Not great against it game 1, but we're hanging on. I was just thinking he should have made a token of one of these, right? Wouldn't they get the enter the battlefield effect? Drawing a card seems pretty strong. I guess he's going towards. Maybe he thinks he's gonna 6, 7. He's got 3 turns to do that. Played the land, okay. Yeah, I think we got a smallpox here. Go down to 1. I'm really gaining anything. We're not gonna make him discard. He's at 5 lands now. Smallpox isn't doing it for us. I think we gotta just up. He can just sack this defender. The risk of doing smallpox now is that, say we draw smallpox next turn, and he's drawing cards this turn, and then we want the smallpox next turn. So we have to pitch smallpox because we might draw a small box next turn, and it'll be much better next turn. Well, if you guys scroll up, you can see Shock's got Burn, Dredge, Hollow One, Red Prison, Eldrazi, Stompy, Antron, and Mono Dream Control. Okay, so we just lost the infinite combo here, it looks like. So cool, Saheeli Saheeli combo seems good. I remember when it was live in standard for like a week. That was an emergency ban, for sure. I was like, oh, let's play Jeskai Control and just throw in so just making sure he's doing it. He's gonna make infinite, so you guys can see it. He's making infinite Felidar. I combed my hair. How about that, Poe? Nah, it was getting a little rough. I try to cut it like once a month. I cut it a few days ago. Okay. So he's gonna make infinite Felidar as an attack. So just go to the next game. But as far as what deck Shock's got to test against, got some options. Okay, bridge seems, well, no wonder. We just straight up queued up with mono black 8-rack. So this is your guys' bonus game with mono black 8-rack. This is why we should have a clear head when we start. I'll let you guys figure out why the start of the streams are a little wild. Okay, so this is your bonus mono black 8-rack game. Want Skeins, Pithing Needle. Bitter Blossom would be good too. We can drop the collectives, I think. Surgical might be pretty good to keep the infinite. We'll probably keep Surgical. Maybe we can cut some of our racks. He seems to have a ton of card draw. Especially if we're bringing in 2 bitters. We probably don't need the extra bridge. Bridge is probably pretty loose. He does have a way to bounce artifacts pretty easily. Hey, what's up, dude? We're just playing a mono black 8-rack round. Probably don't need all 3 bridges. That definitely seems loose. These pushes are pretty loose too. I mean, he's got the birds, but we're gonna try to play a little longer type of game here. That's tough. That's a pretty loose sideboard estimation. You know, looked at the 5. Kind of want the bitters just because he did have a lot of card draw options. So we'll take the draw. We took the play last game because we thought we were on Jund. There's the Astrolabe. Well, I could just name it with Pithing Needle, but probably good to take out a Planeswalker. So we'll go for Inquisition this turn. You think, what are the chances he's got 2 walkers? I guess we could always Pithing after. Well, of course he's got 2 walkers. But she doesn't do much at first, so we take Teferi. And then next turn we Pithing Needle her. Either of these creatures won't threaten us, so we take Teferi. We'll see, does he do anything when he comes in? No, he just pluses, nothing big. The fact this lets him scry 1 has a better end of the battlefield effect. I'm not used to playing these standard Planewalkers, so this is new. Okay, so he takes Saheeli, he Teferi's next turn, most likely. Maybe he does some other shenanigans. If he doesn't draw land, he probably just Oaths. The fact he played a Plains you know, he could have been tricking us, but it might have been sense to pithing, shutting off all his mana. So he takes the Healy. If he draws a land, he'll Teferi. If not, he'll probably just... well, he'll do one of the other two cards he has. Okay. So we're also thinking about this wrong. Afterlife takes 1 mana to use, so let's give ourselves another punt. Learning these new, learning some new things. Well, he got a Wrenn in 6, so we definitely have to pick that. We don't want him to bounce the Pithing Needle. So we got take 1 and Pithing Needle the other. Yeah. The mana ability? That's the other punt. Okay, so we're gonna have to play because we are in the practice room here, so we don't want people to quit on us. So we'll take Wrenn. The Fairy Time Raveler. Make sure we got his hand. We know all 5 cards. Feldar, Oath, Wall, Teferi. So here comes some walls. He draws to his land. I'd hate to ditch this, but it might be worth it just to get Lily down. Having a push is great for the Feldar combo, but you need a way to activate it. You need Revolt.
Tell me what to do. If you want me to take over, just give me the
Alright, so we got 1 unknown.
just give me the green light.
My coffee go.
If you want me to get close to you, just tell me what to do. Tell me what to do.
So you guys get a bonus mono black game here.
To take over, just give me the green light. Just give me a sign. Just give me the green light.
If you want me to get close to you, just tell me what to do. Tell me what to do.
Well, now we have a way to activate this in response to Feldar. We'll have to potentially save that. We're gonna toss the Urborg. Okay. You must not have too much artifact removal. Okay. So we only know about his Felidar. We can't do anything with Felidar by itself, so we can probably take this opportunity to get a rack down. You need 3 mana to do this combo we're trying to do, which is sack the clearing, fatal push, Feldar, in response to him doing the infinite combo. Okay. So from now on, we have to keep all our mana up. And discard everything we draw, so... gotta. Oh, he got Vendili click. Damn, he's gonna take our push. So we're not gonna be able to be cute enough now to do it in response. But we can push this. Push and surgical it right now. Oh, I had a black mana. So he took the extra 2 life there for no reason. So at this rate, we'll be able to Lily next turn. Ult if we needed. If we draw removal for click, we may be greedy enough to... I like that. We'll be able to get Lily for 3 here. Should we just ult Lily now? Win by the Bitter Blossom? We have a win con now. No, she can go down. We'll be able to block her after this one. Save the ult. Let her do her thing with the discard. Yeah, he probably could have taken just Saheeli there. I don't know the deck well enough. So Shock staying Surgical Saheeli until Feldar. Is there other ways Saheeli is used versus other ways Feldar is used? You know, Saheeli can do a lot of other things. So Saheeli's probably the better option, we'll say. Well, he got us last game with the infinite combo. This game, he's gonna have to do it a little more creatively. Probably Saheeli here. Okay. So yeah, Bitter's definitely good. Surgical is nice. Could have surgical Saheeli as maybe a better option. But after this, we're gonna do some Wrenn 6 testing. Ugh. Nah, we can't keep this. This is a mulligan hand. Got all our 3 drops. The London Mulligan does decent for us, so. Oh, he chose to take the draw. Okay. Well, if they do that, we gotta punish them. Well, it seems like the Labe is what we want to take. It's the Labe versus taking 2 Saheelis. Oh, I almost want to hope I draw a surgical. I mean, the Labe is his turn 1 play. Gives him a card too, replaces itself. But these Saheelis are going to be annoying if I just can't stop them. What do you guys think? My gut is, you know, tempo plays, take the Labe. He's going to be short on mana without it if he doesn't Because if he has to fetch a green, probably with the Vista. We're going to go risky here. We're going to take the Labe. Okay. That's a new card. Next turn we'll be able to destroy one of his, I guess breeding pool would probably be a good one. Well, get your thing done, Frank. I know you're working on your car. Appreciate you tuning in. There's his Vista. So this breeding pool's, I don't know what black he has. He certainly got the green now. Okay. So having the push to deal with infinite combos pretty good. It's probably just Sahili time for him though. Yep, so he's got it. So we were greedy not taking the 2 Sahilis, but sometimes you gotta make a move. Okay. So next time when he does Sahili this, we're gonna push it in response and just hope he doesn't draw Feldar. Oh, he won't be able to do it. Next turn he's gonna +1 his scry. Okay. So now we need like a Delirium Schemes to win. And I guess the Teferi stops you from doing this infinite shit. I might have to kill the wall here. He's gonna get too much value off it without it. We'll be able to bounce Bitter Blossom. He's got Celestial Purge also. We're in a lot of trouble here. I think it's important to just start thinking about what decks we want to test against Shock. Oh, this is a really tough matchup for Mono Black, I imagine. We know he's got Celestial Purge. Hope he uses it on really the bitter. Just because he doesn't know about the Lily. It would be nice to have him use Celestial Purge on the Lily, but we couldn't. He knew we had bitter in hand, so we couldn't like play the Lily and not plus. Gotta be secretive. Doesn't want to purge, huh? I think he's just going for the combo himself. But hey, if we draw Delirium Schemes here, that'll hurt his day. Okay. Well, he's close to being in rack range. Is there anything we want to take with Surgical? Do a draw step Surgical on... Not even sure. I mean, this is all combo stuff. Purge might be his only way to get rid of Lily. Could surgical the Purge here. I don't have a way to kill the... Stopping his draw step. He's already got the Saheeli down, so that's not doing much. Might be the Purge. It's kind of a risky play, but we're going to be Lily upping. My only way to win is to keep Lily on the field here. Yeah. Oh. So we have to be pretty extreme measure here. The only way we're going to win is to keep Lily alive and get a Delirium Schemes, most likely. Best chance of keeping Lily alive is... What? Oh, I can't because of the Time Raveler. Okay. Give ourselves another punt. Thank you, Predicted. Again, haven't been playing Standard much, haven't been playing against Teferi much. We're still at infinite combo risk for sure. He's got 4 lands. This might be it right here. Yep. So it didn't matter. That was a little bonus mono black game. Few punts, but I'm glad we did it with this versus the Wrenn rack list. Make sure we got all the cards. Okay. Yeah, I forgot that I added these Plague Engineers and Fulminator Mages. And that instantly de-triggered this from being my list. So when I just went play, it picked mono black. So it's all good. A little bonus game. That'd be a tough matchup for mono black. If you were dealing with the walkers like that, maybe just other... You saw how good Bitter Blossom was going to be. If we had just gotten really 1 or 2 triggers off it, that would have been great. So here we go. This is the Wrenn list that we've been working on. It certainly has some work. Shock, are you around? I'm trying to do some... we can play against Burn real quick. So these sideboard slots are not available, so let's figure out what we're going to put in there. So yesterday we were running a few other cards. Let's see, which are some good... So this particular list is not great against Tribal, so we probably need some form of Bantus or another push. So the Plague Engineers would be Bantus. As far as Fulminator Mages, maybe we'll just bring in Pithing. Or we could bring in... Let's see. Couple cards for Tron. Do we want to have just additional GQ? Yeah, if you have them, that's probably. Well, I'm trying to think if I'd even bring them in against you, Shock. If we're doing Burn, I sometimes bring them in. The Wrenn is kind of painful. Let's just throw in something for now. We saw how nice it was to have Bitter Blossom versus some of those control lists, so we'll just run that. Yeah, let's run it with Burn. I'm trying to see how just the list runs with Burn against Burn. Me haven't done a private match here in a while. Well, let me add you on the friends too. What's your name online, Shock? If anyone else wants to test or take turns beating me down while we learn, that's you're welcome to. Challenge player. Sweet. So this is awesome. We're gonna do some targeted testing here. I'm gonna grab my coffee, hang around. Let me hold the list up and then I'll challenge you. So just give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Don't focus on the sideboard here. And as far as the main board, let's try to keep some cards untouchable. So I think Smallpox, Lily. I mean, when you think of 8-rack, you should think of Smallpox, Lily, Raven's Crime. So we're keeping it 8-rack. Now the number of racks, we'll leave it as TBD. But this gives us 15 sideboard slots here to be, or main board slots to be focused on. So be right back. What up, what up? Sorry about that. All right, Krog, you're getting challenged. That's the end of the day. Yeah, that's the thought in me. That's why it's like, in general it is, for sure. Kneecap. He's asking about Assassin Trophy with it. But the thought is the just removal on everything is pretty strong. So that could be a decay. And then with Wrenn, you kind of get a little bit of value. So we'll see how it turns out here. But the fact you can hit lands. So you got to think about what your... So let's assume... So we're gonna assume we're on the blind here. So okay, if this was normal deck, okay. Strode, what's up, man? Glad you could make it, Sean. So we're playing against our friend Shock in some targeted burn training, but we can't assume it's burn until we see a burn card, or else that's kind of cheating your training. Oh, let's turn off the event. Let's name it something. This is event burn. Nah, Shock's cool. Definitely in the spirit of training, he's not listening to stream anymore. And okay, so it looks like opening, not the greatest hand, but gives us something. We probably should have mulliganed so we don't have a green, but it's okay. So I think we 100% should have mulliganed. Was not paying much attention, but it's okay. not looking great. Might need to bolt the Eidolon. So probably have to take some Grim Lava Mantra damage here. This could be a short game if we don't draw what we need as far as land goes. Okay. Oh, base land. So we're gonna have to shock ourselves here. The Lily up, dropping a trophy, sticking a bridge here. Trophy away that. Probably just Lily up. Make him kill Lily. That would basically take 2 cards out of him. This is gonna hurt. We gotta shock ourselves here. Bridge probably gonna be pretty strong. The Lava Mancer could be pretty annoying too. So now I need the green in case we get Wrenn. Okay. Options. Lily Edicting. You get rid of Lava Mancer. Lily's at 1. She dies to most things next turn. That's fine. Lily up. He's down a card. The Lava Mancer may live. Hey Andrew, hadn't seen you in a while. Welcome, man. I'm glad you could make it. I'm thinking Lily down also. Lava Mancer could be super annoying. You're still forcing him to jump a card here. I think since we shocked ourselves, we'll see. This is targeted practicing. We're just talking it out. There's going to be a lot of mistakes.
Something that is stopping me now. And I try to forget.
So this hurt us reasonable. Basically bolted ourselves.
Really gonna cut you out. I feel like no prayers are gonna help myself. No.
How many Sacred Foundries does Burn run usually?
You know it's getting dark inside my head. I feel there's something that is stopping me now.
Gotta play the land to get under burn, even though Raven's Prime Nambo. But these 2 cards are not doing great. Our 2 trophies. Okay. So he runs at least 2 sacreds. I don't know if I want to go ahead and yeah, I guess we're gonna have to most likely shock or ping ourselves at least once. This will be up to 4 damage now. I'm gonna do this to get down on cards more than anything. In case he tries to surprise us with a few creatures here. Figure he's got at least one Boros, yeah. Could be a game right here if he has another one. Yeah. That was a pretty bad start, but that's just first game of the party. God, you know, with these fetches, we have to be super careful. I mean, was there a reason we rushed into the, We need Raven's Crime now. Got a hole for potential Raven's Crime. We're dead to a majority of things he has. So I think the mindset here was, you know, when you're 8-rack mono black versus burn, it's very much a race. You're trying to rush them, discard, you play your racks right away, everything. I think in this, I'm more of like in that grindy survive mode and should basically never rush to shock in those type of situations. So if we were at like a few more life here, we would basically be having the same set of plays and we'd be in a really good spot. Now we're at 6, we're dead, but we did 4 to ourselves. So we did a good bit of learning, I think, that he's probably dead here to double bolt. Oh, do we want the trigger? Yeah, I guess we do. Could have bolted him and hid under the guide and then edict it. Probably a fine move instead of bolting the guide. We got a whole lot of bullshit. I personally have not, but I've played against people who have and seen some lists. So I'm not really the most experienced to comment on it. GG. So that was pretty, average for our shitty type of start we had, so that makes sense. So we bring in brutalities. Hitting the white wasn't bad with the Assassin's Trophy, huh? So brutalities for Thoughtseize is not a bad little start here. That might be all we need to do. Bantus. Well, and then let's think outside the box here too. Is there any cards we don't have in our sideboard that would be really good? There's that green card with Storm that gains 3 life. I think that's pretty sweet to consider. Let's try just this. Decay might be good. Another thing for Eidolon. I think we have enough. So in hindsight there, I think if we hadn't shocked ourselves for 4 damage, he would have to have 2 more spells to get us, and we were just about to turn the corner as far as the lock. So Assassin's Trophy is proving itself to be a liability in these first 2 games, but not hugely. I think we have to mulligan this. It's a little better. So instead of shocking ourselves here to do, I think the play, like according to Graham and thinking about it, is just Overgrown Tomb turn 1 and pass. So let's try that. So we're playing this much more in a control-y fashion. Oh, yeah, okay. So we would probably never have made that play before, but okay. Give me a hit, give me a hit. Land, 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 land. Yeah. So we can dump the Delta, because we could probably double escalate Trophy Delta. Maybe just the Raven's Crime? Okay. So we're going to Brutality here. Probably should do all modes. Kill that. Make him discard. Maybe just dump all these 3. Or maybe dump Ravens, because the Polluted is basically a Ravens. There's a thought to dumping the Bolt, because like a 2 mana drain in the escalation is basically, if I discard the Bolt to do a 2 mana drain, then I'd rather do the 4 damage difference than 3. So the 3rd escalation on Brutality. Could dump. Yo, Blade, what's up, man? Trying to figure out how to escalate this Brutality here. So we're gonna do a triple escalation. Maybe pitch the Trophy and the Ravens. We're testing. So, you know, feel free to throw your comments in the chat. We got another guide, so that's good. We'll take the Boros. Okay, so we need to stabilize now. At least any future lands we draw are discards, so that's not bad. Hit me, hit the land. Nice, nice. Well, I think escalate to take Sunbaked and Guide, and then make him Raven's Crime. The second brutality is good. I kind of like the Goblin guy giving me land, though. You know, that's not a bad thing. But I guess if there's a way to get value out of this. Kind of nervous pitching even more land. The Raven's Crime may be pretty relevant. Yeah, we don't want to draw a Lily and be fucked. We're gonna keep the other land. We'll hold the tomb, because if we draw a swamp or something, we'll probably want to toss the tomb. I think we play it now, though. Gonna want to draw Lily versus double Ravens. Okay, so we should have used the black, obviously, to keep the red up. So sorry, we're playing a little loose, thinking more about the matchups, not the. Not playing at peak, but it's okay. We'll keep track if that minor infraction hurts us. It may. If we top deck a Lily now, we would have certainly wished we could have bolted that dude. Did not get burned. Engaged in a grudging battle versus burn. I think whoever gets now we need a rack. Okay, come on, deck. So now the deck just needs to work and get us one of our win cons. Something. Be able to keep them at 2 lands, basically. Okay, so we got to draw a rack in the next like 10 turns. Well, Blade, welcome as a new player. Burn is, I would not say, a bad matchup. It's usually a very fun, fast matchup that 8 rack can win many times in a row, you know, but also get beat down by, you know. Sometimes they get 2 creatures and you don't have Fatal Push and they die, you die that way. Other times they beat you down with their spells and you just can't win. But, you know, your racks are really good against Burn because they typically go Hellbent. So this is one matchup where your 8 racks are like one of your best cards. So you usually want to mulligan to a rack. We didn't here because we already mulled a 6. But yeah, you want racks, and you can certainly win. I've beaten them, and it gets better when you have good sideboard. You know, Collective Brutality is really good. It's okay. So here's our rack. So he's in trouble now. So unless he draws his other Smash to Smithereens and Repeated Burn, and we don't draw any other racks, we should be able to close this out in 6 turns here. Oh, well, we killed Lily, so now basically our lands are going to be what's keeping him hellbent with Raven's Crime. So we're going to hold this.
Something I've never seen before. When you put on the pineapple, we couldn't be friends anymore. Pineapple thousands, go on pizza. It's a fruit and you know that. Pineapple thousands, go on pizza. They just don't belong.
Okay, so he drew a Smash. So now we need to draw another win con here. Probably want to... I guess actually I'm going to play this in case I do need to Smallpox and follow it up with a Lily. It's got double white. Smallpox takes us down into a dangerous range. So basically everything in our deck is good except those could have maybe tried to take him off green there. Maybe better. But it's in trouble now because he's got a lot burned in his deck, and we haven't been drawing our racks. So this might be going to match 2 pretty soon. Oh, well, maybe not. You take a burn from this, but it's worth it. Close match. It's always fun versus burn. let's see. I do this. He dies in his upkeep. Wow, look how close that match was. Holy shit. This is some close that was a good match. That was a good match. Came down to the wire as it usually does. Jeez, I think we're gonna bring in Asylum Visitor. Feel really light on win cons. That might be loose. I mean, Tom Ross has boarded this in versus Burn before because it trades really well, and if you're gaining, if it's actually doing the 1 life damage to you, that's probably a good thing because you're card drawing. So I don't know what I would take though. Bridge seemed pretty clutch too. Maybe one of those two. We're gonna be on the back foot this time on the draw. Let's see. Let's just see how it runs. I kind of like Trophy in the fact that it hits his lands. Oh, Kappa, what's up, man? Thanks for the follow, brother. Sorry if I missed anyone else. I don't have my headset on, so I'm only hearing. But yeah, I think you might be right, Cap. Maybe the Trophy we'll take out next time. This is a reasonable keep, as it has kind of everything we need. So the question would be, do we turn 1, fetch a shock and not hurt ourselves, you know? Could probably take a few beats from this guy. Okay. We got Tomb here. So in a previous life, like yesterday, you know, I probably just Inquisition here. Black Cleave, Inquisition. Doesn't seem terrible. And then we still have a good turn 2 play. But we're risking shocking ourselves with a Trophy. But if we simply Tomb pass, probably going to be pretty far behind. I think you're right, Nee. I think we probably should cut this next time. So Trophy, we can just, as Ben, we only have 2, and we've drawn them every game, so that kind of sucks. So Fatal Push, that's an option. Inquisition as an option. Yeah, you know, versus Tomb, delay. Might have to take an Eidolon if he has it. Well, the Crypt's pretty annoying, but we don't have any Raven's Crime here. We're gonna take the Helix. Kneecap's thinking push. I kind of want to get another hit off the guy. That's my greedy self thinking. We need some gas. Yes, sir. Guide has been coming through. Shot's pissed. He's fucking. He's mad at his goblin guys. Just got in the tree like 5 times in a row.
Something feels out of place, but you have no tell. It's like we want the same things, but the
There's something about this GQ too. This could be the turn I use it. I'm up on lands. Certainly want to push. Maybe this is the turn we just play the tomb. Tapped. Push tomb. That's a good way to think about it, Nee. So we're basically going to hold our rack here. He doesn't know we have it. I appreciate it. You know, I'm not the most experienced Magic player, so there's a lot of things that help. Just thinking about it. Graham was here yelling at me about shocking and burning. So you saw how game 1 we shocked ourselves for 4. In game 2 we didn't. So we're turning it. It's different because mono black 8 rack is very much a race. It's two different ways you're racing, but it's a race. This is much more like Jund versus Goblin or Fern, which is the control. Okay, he's got lots of white. Didn't see that I had 8 cards, but I don't think it would have mattered. We were doing the same thing. We're gonna hold push to get the trigger. There's the Sunbake. So he's got Tormods, Lightning Helix, and 2 unknowns. Oh, Shrieking Affliction. Well, now we need to work on some of our I guess we could Ghost Quarter double rack this turn. I don't think I want to use the Nurturing yet. Could just trophy this other one. Trophy might be good for some form of removal, though. That would kind of stop him from Sunbake, though. This is risky. I might need to save the trophy for a creature. Should play his, he's gonna have to play his Tormods, or we risk making him discard it with Ravens anyways. All we know is about Tormod's Crypt right now. Come on, Collective Brutality. So Raven's Crown would work also. He's probably gonna play his Crypt. No, he doesn't want to. Okay, so this is definitely just a smallpox turn. Gotta be really risky using his Crypt now. Jeez, what's that green spell that's got Storm and Life Gain? That's the... I need to get it. I'm sure it's super cheap. Raven's Crime. I don't think I can afford to use the peat land, so. Okay, so we're at 7 life. We need to dodge 7 damage. Let's see, what could we draw here? Wrenn is not great. Brutality is our best. Well, you see how close it is versus Burn always. And appreciate you guys tuning in. We got a good crew. So you're gonna have us at 6, so we're still at the double bolt range. So any damage pulls us out of that range. So we gotta draw some non. So we want him to draw like destructive revelry, lands, basically anything but double burn back to back. Okay, well there's the first one. So we gotta dodge a couple more. Oh, look how close it's gonna be. We got the bolt too. So that 2 damage from the Goblin Guide seems like it might make all the difference, Kneecap. And just the Assassin Trophy being a bad card in this matchup, it seems. One time. So super close, down to 2 damage. And the board needs some work. So, let's look over the board a little bit. GG. That was a good match. For sure. Nice match, Shock. Appreciate it. Let's do another one. Let's go back to the list. You guys still haven't helped me out with that, the card that is, the Storm, the green Storm card. Well, Burn is a tough matchup, so. There's nothing we gain in this matchup, so it's fun to test it. This is basically it's more like a benchmark. Like, okay, you got to be able to do decent against Burn. So that was a toss up. That was fine, and we didn't play it really perfectly. So we want to just try something like this. In general, probably. I think that's maybe a good look. Yeah, I hear people say different things. Some people say my mic is too loud, some is too quiet. So sorry, I don't know why it comes through differently for different people. When I check my sound, it seems to be coming through okay, so. No, you know, it's kind of the quiet for you. Okay, turn it up a little. Should be a little better. So, yeah, but it's nice having something, you know, that's a catch-all threat. That's kind of the thought with Assassin's Trophy. Does it thin the deck too much? Maybe, but it's usually have a pretty good hit in most matchups with that. Basically, what the Wrenn and Ravens gives you is like another Lily package. Another. So let's run it back. Burn's gonna be tough. Certainly could just lose every match versus Burn, but that was good. The first one was our bad, definitely. The second one was close and we won. The third one was close and we lost. So yeah, let's do Burn again. Thanks, Shock. No, let's do Burn. I want to do. Let's do like at least 3 matches, maybe, if you got time. That's probably a mulligan there. Not the, not what we're looking for. This isn't great either. The Wrenn Ghost Order is not a terrible combo. So this looks like we're going to be turn 1 fetching Overgrown Tomb. Hope we don't just get run over here. Very possible. Burn is tough. There's a reason Burn is one of the best decks in the format. Try to play it a little slow here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're testing this Wrenn and 6 rack. Got Vegas in a couple weeks, so you know I like to dark horse it. So he's probably saving something to kill Wrenn with. But again, I think that's fine. Still gotta take 2 damage to kill, so a guide would do it. We'll be able to have Lily Train coming. I think we gotta shock ourselves and Wrenn. We could rack and untap or tap Blood Crypt Pass. Yeah, we looked at the mana base. It's tough. The mana base is really tough. If you have you can look at the list I have and see the mana base. We tried to Frank Karsten it. Not sure if that was the best interaction. That's part of practicing. Assume he's just going to eat a bolt here, but that's fine. We have removal for the creatures in the form of Lily Edict next turn. Yeah, you know that Baron Moore, the one Baron Moore doesn't really fit. Blade P, thoughts on Horizon Lands? I like them in general in 8 rack. I run 4 in mono black right now. In this deck we have 2, and one of our big problems is how much damage we do to ourselves. So we're not necessarily all on board with that. Okay. We'll be able to start a little bit of race. We're gonna be behind, but we gotta dodge.
down the street, and you were there staring at me, standing there as if we should meet. And I knew we
Oh, okay. We're at 9. So the shock we'd be at 11. Okay. It's not the worst.
I've touched your soul, and then I knew you'd run away with me. I'm in your thoughts, and all you want is to lay down with me. I will be the one, I will be the one, I will be the one. I will be the one, I will be the one, I will be the one for you.
But it's good. This is more about me learning how to just jam versus burn than even the deck, so. Okay. Well, he doesn't know about this, so that's why he's definitely going after Lily. But that's good. Saves us a turn, but Lily wasn't doing anything. Yeah, Death Shadow for sure. So, you know, I've been playing 8-rack for years. I haven't seen you around much, Kneecap. So welcome if you haven't been here before. If you have, welcome back. But yeah, Death Shadow is probably the #1 card versus Burn. If you want to beat Burn, bring 2 Death Shadows in your sideboard. The thought is whether or not those 2 slots are worth it. Maybe. Because I kind of like Bridge too, you know? You see how Bridge can kind of shut him down. There's Rift Bolt. It's going to be close. It's going to be 1 tick again. Cool. Yeah, well, if you look, yeah, there's more and more burns. We want to be good against it for sure. So that's the thought. I try to always escalate it. The game we won, I guess it's the only game we beat Burn. We double escalated Brutality twice. Yeah, that's a solid look, Drufus, for sure. So look, it's going to come down to 1 tick, because he's basically at 7 here. You see how much every bit of damage matters. Ah, son of a bitch. Kind of just ran out of gas and he had it. We did shock ourselves for 2 again. Close. One tick away, basically. Okay. So game 1 versus Burn on this list is pretty tough. Brutality we want. Probably just take out Thoughtseize. We're not boarding heavily. Part of the testing though. We don't want to be result oriented. It's like focused on, okay, did that shock I did for 2, was that necessary? Because it's coming down to 2 life a lot. So everyone's thought, you know, in the other game we lost, did letting the guide hit us 1 extra time get us? Super close. So like this turn, do we want to just open with Inquisition, or do we want to open with tapped Shockland? The problem if we don't open with Inquisition, excuse me, we don't have an answer for creature. Blackleaf Inquisition is not a terrible start. See his hand, see everything, get a plan. The information is pretty strong. Potentially a creature can really F our world up too. We don't have removal for it. Playing the Overgrown Tomb and passing sets us up nicely for the following turns though. It's not great. Hey, it's part of learning. I can easily see us losing all three of these matches, but that's all good. One smash to smithereens. Yeah, that's... Next turn, probably Ravens tap land. Good testing. Again, comments welcome for sure. This is we're pretty chill here. Take all kinds of criticism, constructive and non-constructive. I think the best criticism when the guy told me I looked like I was 30 and he was being mean. So I thought that was actually that was one of the best criticisms I've had. Do we want to rack or Ravens? I definitely think we tap land here. We know he's got Tormod's Crypts for the sideboard. But I still think we stick a rack. You know, or hold the Lightning Bolt for the creature. That's fair, Day. That's fair even in the mono black version for sure. The problem with Raven's Crimes is we're setting ourselves up to lose to the Crypt. Okay. I almost want to get both racks down here. We definitely need the Brutality for removal. This escalation is probably the best use of the Baron Moor. The question is saving a bolt for a removal. But we probably would want to use Brutality to remove anyways. Or do we just dump this more right now to Ravens? Start the clock. Could do that. We have this Brutality gives us a lot of options now as a back foot. Might be good to get him in range. Let's try that. The Brutality did change things. Those turns where we're one tick away. He could certainly, I see him playing Smash to Smithereens. Good thing, guys. I appreciate your input. Always, all us fellow rackers, you know, our collective power has to come together. But that's one of the best things about 8-rack, especially just from people in general. There's a lot of different ways to play it. You can attack each matchup differently. Your sideboard is just limitless as far as possibilities here. I think if he sacrifices this, he'll be out of rack range unless, you know, I kind of want to get Lily, but if we force him to pitch a land and he still takes 2 damage, he just pitched the land. So he's going to use this, but that's okay. We've gotten rid of one of his artifact removals. Now we have 2 racks down. And he's getting racked, not heavily though. But any card he plays now puts him back in rack range and risks him going down 2 cards, which is if I have a discard. So he's at risk here, we could say. That was a bad draw. That's okay. The thought is just to get this 3rd land down at this point, which might be good because now we have a chance of top decking Lily pretty hard. And the Raven's Crime won't save us. So I think Bridge is where we want to be here, actually. You know, or do we want Bridge as a discard? Well, Bridge is pretty good. So the game just switched from a race to a control type matchup with that play. You know, it's like whether you're have the ball or not. You've heard that, like whether you're the aggressor or the unaggressor. Like that play right there, and not aggressively discarding, playing the swamp, and then Bridge also was more like, okay, bro, let's take this long game. Wow, 3 Sunbaked Canyons in a row. Okay. Oh, fucking balls. I was trying to Raven's Crime there. Whoops. Sorry, bros. Thank you, Frank. It's alright. Little out of practice here with streaming. Should have. If you missed that, I tapped the black and I was going to Raven's Crime, discarding the black cleave. But I misclicked the Raven's Crime and clicked the land, so it just played the land. So, big mistake. So we could... Well, if I try to bolt her now, before attack, and then he buffs her, she won't be able to attack. So let's try to maybe lure him into a misplay here. I almost want to keep this delta for the escalated brutality. There's a chance he draws his Grave Hate, though. In that regard, we should probably just delta. We're not completely at risk of dying here. We're not under the bridge, though, so... Or let's say behind our bridge. Good. It may behoove us to simply brutality here. Okay, so it won't. But now that Raven's Crime is killing us. So this is really a win. You can think how you want. Our misplay is costing us this game 100%. So for testing purposes, we did fine this game, even without the brutalities. So it's good to know. Do we want to just life drain here once? Might just have to do that, because he could Boros us and top deck another Boros. We could die here to double Boros. Do we wait a turn? Are we ever going to want to pitch a card to get him to discard? Probably not. Because anything he'll be able to do, he'll be able to do in response. So let's just life drain. It gets us under bridge for a majority of his creatures. Okay, so we got to just draw some discard. That's a discard. And again, the game would be over if we didn't misplay. So. Lily Edict would be at 8. He can't kill us. And then next turn we win. I think that's the play here. I guess we should have kept it. No, we didn't want a plus. Maybe just nothing there with Lily. Instead of edicting, just doing nothing is probably the best play. But assuming he doesn't get a... So life drain. Yeah, okay. Life drain, Raven's Crime, Lily. GG. Whew. So our misplay turned that into a wild ride. Got him though. GG, boys. Okay. So we seem to be, in our very limited testing, okay when we're on the play. Let's keep it same. That was a good game. A lot of decisions there. We took the Smash the Smithereens early. We made a mistake with Raven's Crime where we played the land instead of retracing. The game would have been over a lot faster, so... I can think of many shittier hands than this, so we'll keep it. Hope we draw a brutality. So the brutality is going to be clutch with the Wrenn escalation. So that's another synergy we hadn't really talked about is Wrenn and collective brutality. So nope. It's okay. He's off to an aggressive start here. See if we can stabilize. Got us with the Rift Bolt. Maybe Inquisition. Maybe we don't need to Wrenn here. Maybe we Inquisition rack. What is Wrenn really doing for us? Nothing yet, besides being a distraction, which he can just probably won't attack. Versus this Inquisition could be something pretty strong. So we have to fire off the Inquisition. Again, we're hoping we top deck a brutality. Okay, so Eidolon for sure. 2 smash to smithereens. I guess we can't play that. So the plan now is to Lily and destroy Swiftspear. Hopefully Lily lives. Draw brutality. Yeah, I got the Eidolon. We are in trouble though. I think we need potentially to mulligan for the brutalities. Oh, he drew another one. So that's GG. So that was tough. Again, on the draw, we just cannot hang with Burn. So I think on the draw, we have to mull for brutality. So we're doing okay on the play, post board for sure. So we either need to increase our win rate game 1 somehow, like main board brutality. And the fact brutality synergize with Wrenn is not. Maybe we do main board them. Maybe you main board them over the green removal. We don't want to. Yeah, I've seen Kalidas used in the green. I mean, so do you use Kalidas against Dredge too? I guess. GG Shock, let's do one more for sure. Thanks for the testing. I don't think I can hang with you on the draw too well. I think I need to change my sideboard on the draw. And I think Fulminator Mages is really something I'd want versus you on the board. The sideboard right now is pretty loose. So this is part of the testing. I'm going to take like 2-minute break. Please, I'll read all the chat. Yeah, why don't you loan me a couple mages then, Shock? I'll be right back and we'll, because I think I would bring them in. I think like in this list, I would just bring those 2 in over these Thought Seasons. And this is a pretty strong burn list. It has much better game 1. I'll be right back. Thanks for all the new viewers, people tuning in. We're testing Wrenn and 6 rack versus Shock to Caulk on burn. He's got a ton of decks, so he's being generous enough to test with us. Games we've won have been post board where we've been on the play. So that's not a good look. They've been close though. So focus more about the fact it's been close than the fact we've actually lost, at least during testing. So I'll be right back and we'll jam some more. So be right back. Yeah. So, a few things there. I'll just go bottom to top. Talking about having removal for the early creatures. You know, we do have only 2 pushes, but we got the, thanks Shock, the 3 bolts. So, decent. Brutality probably help. So yeah, that's problem is exasperated when I'm on the draw because the creatures are getting in too many ticks, especially the non-goblin guy creatures. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Had to get some coffee. Fuck. I got a Fulminator Mage. Oh, I just rented one. Okay, so Shock, these 2 are yours. This one was the one I had. I'll just play with you. All right. Let's run it back. Some fun modern testing. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you're having a good Sunday. I'm about to go sign a lease on my new place. So I'm moving in a month. Just to a nearby city, so nothing crazy. Okay, I like this in general. A lot of painful lands here. Holy shit. Oh, I guess I have 1 black leaf. Okay. So it's going to be a polluted delta turn 1. Turn 2 might just be a mega escalated brutality. Okay, so we'll see if he has an Eidolon here next turn. I guess something else I've been thinking about, anybody still, you know, is against Blood Moon, my land is pretty rough. And these polluted deltas are verdant catacombs in paper. So it's like, do I fit a single forest in the deck? So we might not even get a hit off brutality, but we still have to go for it. Yeah, we definitely still have to go for it, especially since we have Ensnaring Bridge. Probably not going to get a hit, though. Oh, we got a hit. Wow, okay. Does have an Eidolon. So So that was a risk of doing that. It's got an Eidolon and a lightning bolt. If we can get Wrenn and Bridge down and hide. Oof, this Eidolon is gonna hurt like fuck. This is pretty tough. We'll play the land. Sounds like he's going for a bolt Eidolon. Okay, so we're in trouble. Bridge won't save us. Lily's not terrible. I guess we have to do it. Is there any lands that give life? That's something to consider. Yeah, deep shit. Bridge isn't saving us. Wrenn's not saving us. We didn't shock ourselves much this turn. What really did the most damage? Just a nice suite of burn. Might as well play it, but we're almost certainly dead. Do some Ghost Quarter fun. If we were just, you know, this one tick, you know, it's so close. That's why burn is so good. But, you know, if we were up, you know, a single point of life, things just change drastically. Smallpox is gonna hurt us. It puts him one tick away. Close matches. I hope you guys have enjoyed it today. He's out of basics. So we've got him out of basics. So that's good to note. We kill him here. I think we can. Edict. Bolt, Smallpox. Wrenn. We have to use Wrenn Plus. Bolt, Smallpox, Edict. I think we got it. We have the mana. Fuck. Yeah, you just get a swamp. I think we got there by 1 life. Got him. Woo! All right. That's what we're talking about. That's a close one. GG. Searing Blaze on top. Ooh, okay. That was all right. We got there. Game 1 versus Burn, so it's a big portion of the battle. Now we got Fulminator Mage and Kalitas. We're gonna take out a couple Thoughtseize. I guess the bridges aren't hanging around anymore. Maybe take out 1 bridge. I'm not sure what's really great in front of the bridge. Man, that was a close one. So we had the synergy of Wrenn and Collective Brutality, which was alright. Maybe on the... Okay, we're going to be on the draw. So what's better or worse on the draw? Are any of these getting better? Probably not. Is Bridge getting better? Oh, I guess I'm not there yet thinking much about the play versus drop.
Wow.
Okay. No racks, but we got enough defensive. No, I don't think so, Day, because you never want to really go to 4 lands. But with Wrenn, you have a little more land advantage. So that's the only reason I would consider a 4-drop. It's the only 4-drop I'm considering right now. I kind of want to... I guess I have to fetch. I probably want a Brutality before Smallpox. There's a thought of just playing the swamps because if you got a Smallpox, but yeah, I like Plague Engineer for sure. I would run Plague Engineer probably over Bantus now, depending on your meta. If your meta had more Jund and Eldrazi, then you might want the Bantu still, but against Tribal, Plague Engineer is fire. Kind of want the Bolt. I mean, I kind of want, you know, the red land. Maybe I have to get a Blood Grip here. It feels bad if I draw Wrenn. Fuck, it's this thing. I have many more red sources. Okay. Damn, do we really want to pitch both lands? Maybe not. We're going to be smallpoxing. Maybe we pitch the Bloodstained and the Bolt. Bloodstain and Raven? Yeah, it could be good too. Yeah, let's keep the Bolt. Many decisions every game of Magic. So since we have our single rack, we'll take Smash. Probably wait on Smallpox. Next turn might be a Rack Raven type of turn. He played an Arid Mesa? Or okay. So we know he's got Bolt, Helix, and an Unknown. So I'm gonna play both racks and then keep the Raven's Crime up. Between Smallpox, which is a surprise card discard, and a Ravens, we can juke his hand down pretty good here. Okay, hanging on there. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to ask in chat. Chatters is a good metric that Twitch keeps track of. So any chat is good chat. It's like any press is good press. You know? Puff, I hate you. Hey, that's good. That's positive. We think it is. I don't want to assume based on his tapping, but that might be a fair assumption, Dave. No, we know it. He's got Helix and Bolt here. Great. This land is a really good draw. We can actually save Smallpox and double Ravens, which may be the play. Keeping the red might be good though. That's kind of risky. Yeah, let's do this, and if we have to pitch the Bolt to Smallpox, that's fine. We can actually keep that Ravens now, so that's good. 7, but he's gonna be at taking 4. And he's gonna have to do this in his upkeep now, so that makes it a little more awkward on him. So we're close. We could actually kill him, but probably not. It's just Lily up here. He probably has a land. We'd have to fetch for that Lily up. Is there any amount of play here? No. If I could get him hellbent, it'd be great. Could Raven's Crime. Smallpox does the same as Raven's Crime here. Smallpox puts me at 6. I could set myself up for next turn. Simply Smallpoxing here. Cast Smallpox. Scarred Lily. I'm at 6. He's at 1. He probably has a burn spell in hand. I don't want to cast Smallpox because of my life drain. The fetch also is a problem. I guess it's the same deal with the fetch. Smallpox. I'm not able to Smallpox and Bolt. The Bolt definitely requires a fetch. I think we Raven's Crime pass. Next turn, Smallpox. Spree Dom, what's up? Okay, it's top deck time. Top deck time. Wow, how close are these matches been? So either he top decks a burn here or we win. Close, close, close. These have been such tight matches. Could we have played it a little differently along the way? Probably. Well, either he has a burn or we win. It's kind of that simple, right? Hey, we got there, 2-0. All right, all right. I'm down for another. That was good. GG, Shock, GG. It's 2. Oh. Making sure I'm not missing anything big from my girl here. All right, we got time for another one. All right, we finally beat Burn. 2-0, so that was good. Game 1, we had the brutality with Wrenn going. Game 2, dodged the top deck. Wow, super close. I'll play one more if you're around, Shock. That was 3 matches. A fourth match would be good. Give me a chance to redeem myself if you're around. If not, we'll probably just look at the list a little bit, maybe hop in the practice room. It was, but I didn't, no, it wasn't exactly because he had 2 cards in hand. And I didn't have the Lily down. So if I Smallpoxed, the racks were only doing 2 damage each that turn. It wasn't until the following turn that he was, Rogue, my man. Glad you can make it. Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate the sub, man. You're my MVP sub for sure. You and Sean. But hell yeah, I appreciate it. And Spree was the newest one, so now we got 2 guys here. Hope you guys are enjoying some racking. Okay, this seems fine. We don't have any removal, but I mean, if this was the blind, again, we're thinking this is blind. So on the blind, I'd keep, yeah. So we'll keep this, because on the blind, we would keep this. Well, the deck's, no. The deck has been in my head for a few days, and I practiced maybe 30 matches now, so I don't think anyone else is testing it or anything. So we are welcome. This is 8 rack stream almost 100% of the time. You know, the whole shock thing is important, but we don't have any removal, so I don't want to just die to Creature Zerg here, so we're gonna Inquisition. It's been functioning. We've been winning in the practice room, so we'll be able to get Eidolon next turn. This is gonna be rough. Looks like our plan is going to be Inquisition the Eidolon, and then Lily the next Swiss Bear. We're doing some targeted testing here against Burn. In the practice room, it's winning more than losing, so that's something. But there's definitely work to be had. Definitely some work to be done here. But it functions. The core is, you know, Raven's Crime and Smallpox is like the key to 8-rack, and they synergize really well with Wrenn and 6. There's a lot of times you don't want a Smallpox because you're on 2 lands, but a hand with like Wrenn and 6, 2 lands, and a Smallpox is solid now. That's a really good hand. So in theory, it's been working. We haven't been testing against meta decks, so that's what we're doing now. Our boy Shock, who is in chat, he's got several decks online. So we said today, let's just play Burn. So we've done 4 matches against Burn. We were losing every game except on the play. So we were winning our post boards on the play. We just won last match. Overall, he's 2-1 against us. So it's not great, but you just want to make sure you can at least hang with Burn. So we're taking thoughts on other sideboard cards. We now at least have we gotta take the Eidolon here. We gotta hope we draw a land for the okay, so he's got a guide. He probably will fire a guide off. This bridge is gonna be pretty nice if we can hide behind it. I can't shock myself though to play the bridge, so this is not a great hand. Things could turn around quickly though if we can get a land from the Goblin Guide and then get a Brutality. So if this Goblin Guide pings us a land, that's nice. Okay, so he's got 2 unknowns, Lava Spike, Rift, or 1 unknown, Goblin Guide, Rift Bolt, Lava Spike. Wow, Smallpox would be pretty strong here since he doesn't have a second land. I would definitely Smallpox if I draw it. The fact we have a single rack, we could do that the following turn. Burn is one type of matchup where you can do that. It's been tough. The mana base is really hard here. Is the shock worth it? I don't think so. The shock versus an edict. Versus rack ravens. Shock bridge wouldn't be good. So it's either blood crypt, rack ravens, or shock lily. Probably edict. Yeah, we can't shock. He's got too much burn in his hand. He's got 4 cards that are gas. So making him discard anything is good. His 4 cards probably add up to 11 as is. Yeah, he's gonna, I guess he'll probably Goblin Guide the Lily, which is kind of annoying because it won't give me a trigger. I think we have to. This is really, really tough. We've been trying 100% not to shock and fetch. But we don't really have an answer for this Swift Spear, so it's just going to kill us. Yeah, I mean Swifty's gonna hit me for 2 for sure. I mean that's the the trade there. I guess simplifying it like that, I guess is a good approach. So Lily's gonna die here.
Oh my god.
So land would be nice. Okay. Well, we can do some Raven's Crime shenanigans. Oh, another Lily. Lily Edict and Raven's Crime, I guess. We have to take another damage though. But that 1 damage from a fetch is at least gas from something. Because he's got nothing but gas. So I guess it's Lily, Edict, fetch, Ravens. And then next turn we can do... Yeah, I guess it's gotta be. Oh, it's tough. There's 11 versus 10. We have to get... Yeah. Again, his whole hand's gas. This way, at least Raven's in the yard, too. Really need a brutality now. Brutality would swing us into... Son of a bitch. Well, if he hits Lily... Oh. Okay. Well, this is good. It's the Wrenn, good. Could bridge. If we bridge and Raven's Crime, we're not under this yet. Could Wrenn double Raven's Crime. Is there any way to hide under this bridge? We'd have to play this. We could. So we can bridge, play the Delta. Bridge, play the Delta rack. Geeks gets us under bridge. The other play is making him discard 2 with Wrenn and 6. Wrenn and 6. Double Ravens. That takes guaranteed 2 damage. Wow. It's either let the Goblin Guy live a turn or get through a turn. The only way to have Bridge help us is I have to not use this Delta on Raven's Crime and play it. And play Rack. But then he's got... Excuse me. And then the next turn we can at least do a single Ravens. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to just do that. That's a really tough play. If he draws a land, we'd lose. Is this game 1 of the... This is like match 4 or 5 versus Burn. Game 1, I'm pretty sure. We still have 2 brutalities. Okay, here's a Rift Bolt. Got 1 land in the yard. Oh, there's a brutality. So we can Wrenn, but I'm not too worried about the guide anymore, right?
The world has been left broken.
Can Wrenn get a land back, and then brutality for 2 modes,
The world has been left
leaving the Goblin Guide up. I think we keep the Goblin Guide alive. I'll be able to play everything. He could smash the bridge though. guess. Ah, that's risky. I guess we won't be able to triple escalate. So let's green, red. 2 escalations. I want heal and taking car from his hand. We have the bridge. We gotta be greedy here. So take a card, life gain. Super greedy. Well, fuck. We take the Boros Charm, and that keeps Wrenn alive. Lava Spike, Lightning Helix. Ooh, we get some close matches. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're just joining, we're 8-rack stream here. Pretty much all we play is 8-rack in Modern. And we like to spice things up, so we've spiced it up a little bit. Okay, if Wrenn can survive, we'll be able to do some nice synergy from now on. So we're at 9. If we can dodge a land here, again, we'll be able to Ravens it out of his hand. Oh, he's just going to kill Wrenn that way. Okay. Well, Wrenn saved 6 life and then gave us 2 on the life drain. So Wrenn was MVP. Now the thought is pretty much everything in our deck should make him discard, or keep him in rack range. The worst draws for us right now is another bridge. Smallpox are probably the best, absolute best draw. And we got to remember to keep playing cards. So same thing, Raven's Crime. He just said, I'm really glad you don't have a... I think the Discord is, the link's old, probably. I need to update it. Can do that now. The links only last for 1 day. What? Since you did it, Frank? Hold up. Just updating the, Discord real quick. So that link should be good. So we need some smallpox. Okay, so he's playing a land. And Rift Bolt. Okay. The race is on. That was smart from him though. Gotta play the land. I don't want to get attacked by a Swift Spear here. So we're both at 9. It's gonna be close. I maybe should have kept that land. It's a Swift Sphere versus not being able to Raven's Crown this following turn. So that's the thought. Like, you gotta be thinking, okay, you could Swift Spear us if we kept that land. But that land might be pretty damn nice this turn to Raven's Crown with. So. Guess there's no need to fire the bolt off. If he's cast Swift Spear, we can bolt instant speed before combat. At least now he doesn't know what we have. It saved him a turn, but it is 4 damage, so. Gonna be close. So any land is good. Might as well do this. You got no shenanigans. Ooh, okay, got there. So that's three wins in a row versus Burn. We're learning. It's less about the matchup. Excuse me, the decks, and more about me just improving, trying to learn how to play Burn. Hope you guys are thinking about it too. In fact, we're never. It seems easy, but never shocking yourself and all that stuff is pretty. It changes your lines. In mono black 8-rack, you have to just. It's a race. It's just like, you're not shocking yourself. You're not doing anything. So. Bring in the Fulminators and Kalitas. Take out a couple Thoughtseize. Not sure what's this last card we're trimming. Maybe Kalitas is just too loose. Bridge was pretty nice there. I'm not sure it's the best though. All these other cards are pretty damn strong. I'm really not sure about Bridge because we have a third one to bring in, but I think that's too loose. I do like having one, but I guess multiples is bad. Wrenn is rough, but Wrenn synergized with Brutality is pretty strong. That was a good match, or good game rather. So we're getting there versus Burn a little bit. This is where we've been getting wrecked. We've only won one game on the draw today. It was last match that we won, which was good. So let's see if we can do it again. Okay. No rack, but we got removal. Okay. That's nice. I think the play here might be. See, this is what we're talking about, because I know what you're thinking, and what I'm thinking is, well, you black cleaves and you inquisition them, duh. But I don't think that's been right. We got a shock, or we got a fetch here. We got no green. We would really like to make this an overgrown tomb. So let's say instead of inquisitioning, we bloodstain, pass. Next turn we'd be able to brutality. He most likely has a single creature, right? Pretty high escalated brutality. Taking this damage from the shock could make all the difference in the world. Jeez, I still like inquisitioning though. I guess we can inquisition next. I really want to be able to brutality next turn without fucking myself. It's tough. I'm gonna just inquisition here. I'm not sure if it's right though. Based on what we've been doing, we've been going like different logic. I hear what you're saying. So the Eidolon. Okay, so we can basically go for the escalation on the Eidolon Smithereens next turn. He's got the 3 lands. One of them's that probably can get rid of any of these. The reason I'm doing this, I still think it's good though. Because if I brutality next turn, I can get all 3. If I inquisition the Eidolon, then brutality's only hitting 1. I think we take the Helix, and he should play the Eidolon next turn, unless he doesn't want to walk into Smallpox. But even if he doesn't, then we can not get hurt from the fetch. I appreciate, Lord, welcome. More thoughts, more lines. It's all good. People watch these later. I do myself. And it's good to see the different things. So, we were talking about being patient and slow, and maybe we're rushing our brutalities. That's kind of what Lord's pointing out here. That maybe next turn we can push the Eidolon or bolt it and just take our fetch then. and worry about the smash and smithereens later. Yeah, I think that's good. Good thinking. He's got the smash, a sunbaked, and he still has his arid mates. Oh. No, he's smash and sunbaked and unknown. So maybe we just tomb here and bolt. Next turn we can worry about doing some even fulminator. We don't really have a win con though. I think tomb, untapped, and just bolt. Should I bolt? I guess push gets around the shenanigans of yeah, but he's gonna attack because he's just gonna attack next turn. So I mean, assuming he's no, he's gonna attack before he shocks. So I don't want to take the 2 damage from the Eidolon. I think I just want to get rid of it. Just the fact that it's a creature, not the fact that it's the worst creature in the game, like, you know, for us. Just killing it, stop him from hitting for 2 next turn. If he pulls another creature out of his ass, we'll be able to brutality it. Okay. So now I may, okay, there's a Sunbig. He's got a smash and an unknown. Wow, Fulminator seems pretty strong too. I think I want to go for an escalation here. Escalated with a Fulminator probably. Brutality escalated with... Still have just the push option. Push and pass. Yeah. Lily kill doesn't really hurt our land options. Slows us down. Fulminator is too slow. Some combination of brutality and fatal is probably suboptimal. I think we have to just fetch a swamp and edict. It's hurting us, but we're gonna be able to hang on, I think. He's already pretty low on cards. We do have 1 brutality. He has to hold smash, so we're gonna be able to always pull that with brutality. If we don't force him to discard it on our own way. Okay. So basically the Eidolon had to enter the battlefield effect, deal 2 damage. And that's kind of how it's played out. I think we just play Fulm. Do we just go ahead and get rid of the Aspiring Vantage? Just right now? We have 2. It stops it from sunbaking. We're just gonna Fulminator Mage's Inspiring Vantage. Looks like we need a win con though, but we'll keep the second one back. Let's slow him down. We want to save this bloodstain for brutality escalation. Now, like a Wrenn would be great. Might be a good time just to pull that smash to smithereens. Two smash smithereens. Okay. So we got to get him to discard one more before we rack him. Okay. We can let him keep the smash. I feel you. I'm trying to debate now if we want to do it again. I think fulminators are... I mean, he's going to burn it. But he is only at 13, so... And if he does anything to it... Can't attack. Okay, now we can make him discard it and kill this. Or we're just gonna Ravens it. Actually, I think it's better to Inquisition because Ravens is a guaranteed hit. We can Ravens crime a land. I guess I'd rather him block. I doubt he will, but... So we gotta make sure we don't, We need a way to win, Frank. If I had a way to win, I would be all over it. I still get an opportunity to block here, right? Okay, so there's a rack. So I think we might sack him now. We got a Raven's Crime. No, I guess we keep the clock. It's a... We can afford to take a hit, I think. Oh, he's got a lot of 2-mana spells. What 2-mana spells does he have? Eidolon. Kind of hurts him too. Obviously, Boros Charm. Smash the Smithereen. Destructive Revelries. Okay. So we're gonna get rid of this land so we can't kill our attack for 2 and then kill his land. Puts him off Smash to Smithereens. We're still on the Raven's Crime path to victory. Three-turn clock. No, this is 8-rack style. We gotta... Everything we draw besides Ensnaring Bridge, like that land, keeps this rack from killing him. And he can't play a land to kill the rack until a turn. It's not even about his white as much as, in this case, his second mana for Smash the Smithereens is 2 mana. So he plays it, we win. GG. Got him. All right, 4 wins in a row. Okay. Started out a little rough, but we figured out how to play burn. That's all right. That's all right. Sweet. Okay. Thanks, Shock, for letting me borrow your fulminators. Here, trade me real quick, or let's trade, just so we don't forget. Thanks for letting me borrow them. Thanks for testing. So, round of applause for a reshock to Culk. He hooked it up with the testing. We went with a burn. I think we played 5 matches, maybe 4. I think we were just 2. We lost our first 2, and we definitely won our last 2. I'm not sure if there was one in the middle. I don't think so. The last ones went pretty well. From trade, yeah. Hell yeah, appreciate it, Shock. So let's look at the list, and we're gonna spend some time talking about it. We got a lot of work to do. The sideboard is pretty whack. Hell yeah, Kneecap, thanks for stopping by, man. It's been fun magic. So let's talk about the list a little bit. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to get a stream in. We streamed for 3 hours. Okay, so 3 hours, all versus burn, except for the bonus mono black match, the first one, because I forgot we were on. So what did we change? Well, thinking synergy, Collective Brutality actually has quite nice synergy with our boy Wrenn here too. So I feel like Brutality might fit into this little synergy section of 8-rack with Wrenn, which is, it was just Ravenscrime and Smallpox, but that extra Brutality escalation is pretty nice. Brutality usually hurts you because you have to, yeah, that's what it was. Well, it was 1-2, 1-2, 2-0, 2-0. So the only games we won the first 2 matches were the ones we were on the play post board. So we won game 2, those first 2 matches. So the next, we changed it up though. We added Brutality's main. You know, obviously that hedges the burn matchup, but thinking bigger, you know, Brutality is a strong card against a lot of decks, and if you can have extra value escalating it, that's pretty nice. So we cut a couple Assassin's Trophies into the side. I think Kalidas is going to be too loose for us, so we're going to take him back out. I never really saw a time when I'd want to go up to 4 land versus burn. I have the 8-rack mentality, which is after 3 lands, you need to Ravenscrime them. That's what your lands are for. They're not for 4 mana stuff. That's just a waste. So, I think next time we're going to test against Hogak or Dredge, because that's probably the biggest boogeyman in the format right now, you know, and probably not going to be banned before Vegas. So, might need a Graph Diggers. Think that might be where we go. All right, appreciate it, Shock. Hell yeah, you're the MVP, man, for sure. I very much appreciate it. Hope you have some fun. Good beating me. Oh no, I think Neil might be better than Neil Spellbomb. We have 3? Okay, so we have 1. So maybe we up that to 7 total graveyard cards. It's kind of a lot, but it's kind of a strong deck, so we have the one advantage most decks don't have, where we can mainboard Bridge. So 8-rack has a edge against certain matchups where Bridge is pretty fucking strong, but people aren't always ready for it. For example, if you play like white-black Pox, that's like a cool deck, but then it's like, oh shit, he got Bridge. I don't really have things for Bridge. Like, you know, you might have a couple like Vindicate or something, or Anguish Unmaking. Bridge, for example, Bridge is pretty strong and you don't see it in main board, but we can fire it off. But I think 3 is probably too many. 3 and a third in the sideboard is probably good. So if we're going back to the flex spots, I kind of see it. We're cutting down on them. You know, the deck's kind of thinning. I think this is all the main stuff you want. So then it's a matter of these 11, and then it's like, hey, 4 Inquisitions, some form of removal. Oh, the list is getting tighter. So we're gonna work on a sideboard guide and go from there. Is there any last questions or anything? We'll probably wrap the stream up. Hey, I appreciate you guys watching. Rogue, new sub today. Spree, good to see you. Always good. Yeah, so the thing with this is we're still weak to Chalice. So that's why trophies or decays can be better than Brutality. But maybe you just, you know, Chalice might just get you game 1. Might just be how it is. So. Yeah, that'll do it. We'll wrap it up. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching. Be on this week a lot, so just keep an eye out for Twitch alerts, or I'll try to post on Twitter when I'm streaming, and I'll probably post an update to the list on Twitter, so that's good. Yeah, peace out, guys. Thank you.